Today we're continuing to read the brothers Karamazov. Chapter 4, The Confession of a Passionate Heart, in Anecdote. I was leading a wild life then. Father said just now that I spent several thousand rubles in seducing young girls. That's a swinish invention, and there was nothing of the sort. And if there was, I didn't need money simply for that. With me, money is an accessory, the overflow of my heart, the framework. Today she would be my lady, tomorrow a wench out of the streets in her place. I entertained them both. I threw away money by the handful on music, rioting, and gypsies. Sometimes I gave it to the ladies too, for they'll take it greedily. That must be admitted, and be pleased and thankful for it. Ladies used to be fond of me, not all of them, but it happened. But I always liked side paths, little dark back alleys behind the main road. There one finds adventures and surprises, and precious metal in the dirt. I am speaking figuratively, brother. In the town I was in, there were no such back alleys in the literal sense, but morally there were. If you were like me, you'd know what that means. I loved vice. I loved the ignominy of vice. I loved cruelty. Am I not a bug? Am I not a noxious insect? In fact, a Karamazov. Once we went, a whole lot of us, for a picnic, in 7 sledges. It was dark, it was winter, and I began squeezing a girl's hand, and forced her to kiss me. She was the daughter of an official, a sweet, gentle, submissive creature. She allowed me much in the dark. She thought, poor thing, that I should come next day to make her an offer. I was looked upon as a good match too, but I didn't say a word to her for 5 months. I used to see her in a corner at dances. We were always having dances. Her eyes watching me. I saw how they glowed with fire, a fire of gentle indignation. This game only tickled that insect lust I cherished in my soul. 5 months later she married an official and left the town, still angry and still, perhaps, in love with me. Now they live happily. Observe that I told no one. I didn't boast of it, though I'm full of low desires, and love what's low. I'm not dishonorable. You're blushing. Your eyes flashed. Enough of this filth with you. And all this was nothing much. Wayside blossoms a la Paul de Kock, though the cruel insect had already grown strong in my soul. I have a perfect album of reminiscences, brother. God bless them, the darlings. I tried to break it off without quarreling, and I never gave them away. I never bragged of one of them. But that's enough. You can't suppose I brought you here simply to talk of such nonsense. No, I'm going to tell you something more curious, and don't be surprised that I'm glad to tell you, instead of being ashamed. You say that because I blushed, Alyosha said suddenly. I wasn't blushing at what you were saying or at what you've done. I blushed because I am the same as you are. You, come, that's going a little too far. No, it's not too far, said Alyosha warmly. Obviously the idea was not a new one. The ladder is the same. I'm at the bottom step, and you're above. Somewhere about the 13th. That's how I see it. But it's all the same. Absolutely the same in kind. Anyone on the bottom step is bound to go up to the top one. Then one ought not to step on at all. Anyone who can help it had better not. But can you? I think not. Hush, Alyosha, hush, darling. I could kiss your hand. you touch me so. That rogue Grushenka has an eye for men. She told me once that she'd devour you one day. There, I won't. From this field of corruption, fouled by flies, let's pass to my tragedy, also befouled by flies, that is, by every sort of vileness. Although the old man told lies about my seducing innocence, there really was something of the sort in my tragedy, though it was only once, and then it did not come off. The old man who has reproached me with what never happened does not even know of this fact. I never told anyone about it. You are the first, except Ivan, of course. Ivan knows everything. He knew about it long before you. But Ivan's a tomb. Ivan's a tomb, yes. Alyosha listened with great attention. And that's the end of the reading for today. Have a good day.